Hey Billy, Eric here. All right, let's take a look at your video. We're going to watch it in slow motion. Remember, we're watching everything you do going full speed. All right, so anything we see, right, any mistakes we see, so we just want to continue working on going forwards. All right, so now let's practice starting on those toes. Whether it be the front start of that crossover, practice it, right? Even if we mess it up 100 times, right? The more we practice it, the better we get good at it. So try running on those toes that first couple steps, okay? All right, now, let's see here. Okay, so first thing I see here, right at the end of your push, right? See how you're locked right here, you're locking your leg. I like that. Right now, the hardest part is really getting that right foot to turn out, right? It's starting to, but see how it wants to go and go toe down just a little bit. So we could definitely get it to turn out a little bit more. That's why we really focus on drag touch. It forces that leg to really stay turned out. All right. You are bringing your feet in. Let's watch this left one here. All right. See on this left one? Right here, right as you finish off of that, right, push. See how this toe stays turned out much better on this side? I like that, right? I really like how you're keeping that toe turned out, all right? You're bringing those feet all the way back in right here. That's a really good job right there. All right, see this one, see how much different that is, how that toe is staying turned out? That's really good. Now, the biggest thing I'm going to want you to fix, right, is going to be this knee bend right here, okay? And I'm going to show it to you when you go side to side, right? But we can get you to angle your body forward more, which is going to lengthen out your stride. Because right now, you got full extension. You got your toe turned out, right? You're bringing your feet in. We just got to get you bending that knee and angling your body forward just a little bit more, right? But right there, I like it, right? I like this big arm swing right here. Man, you look really good right here, right? Excellent, right? So let's just really focus on angling our body forward so we get more of a knee bend, right? Because right there, there's a V-diamond. I want to back it up here on one. Because on this one, nope, that was a good one on that V-diamond. Yeah. Hey, man, right? That's pretty good, right? We just got to really work on that, right? That gliding knee, right? And bending it, right? So that you can angle forward a little more. The actual push, the locking of your leg, keeping your toe out, bringing your feet in, you're doing a really good job right now. I really like that. All right, now let's look at you backwards here. Sorry about that, man. All right, so there's a really good C cut. Look how big you're stretching that leg out. All right, but now, when we get right out here, remember, we got to turn that heel and pull it all the way in, right, as that glide foot goes back, right? At speed, they're not going to touch, but they should be about an inch or two apart, right? When we go slow in practice, I actually force you to touch them, right, so that you get used to bringing them all the way in, because right now you're into this other C cut right here already. There's your center of gravity. Look how wide those feet are, right? So you kind of have half your weight here and half your weight here. So not only are you going to have a smaller push because it's already starting from further out, but now it's not going to be as powerful because you don't have all your weight on it, okay? All right? Yeah, so, and then, see, you're getting that full extension, but see how small, right, the C cup becomes because we're not bringing our feet in, right? So you got to really focus on pulling those feet all the way in. And the other thing I notice is that good arm swing I saw going forwards, right? That arm's got to be swinging just like you're going forwards, right? So use those arms, right? So really focus on bringing our feet in, right? Because right now, see how many little C cuts it's taking you to go backwards? We want to really think, remember, right? If you're going to push with this left leg, right, and that glide foot's going back, it's a big C cut up and around, but then it's got to come all the way around and in, right? And in practice, make those feet touch, right? So that at speed, when they come apart, it's only by an inch or two, right? We don't want them that wide. So really focus on bringing those feet back in. All right, now let's look here at your crossovers. All right, now, first thing I notice right here, right? Okay, so as you come in, right, if we look at this foot, you're on that outside edge. But remember, we want that edge halfway down to the ice, okay? Because what can't happen on a crossover is you can't roll that edge. You can't get on a deeper one, right? And if you try, like see how all of a sudden, see how now it's a deeper edge and you're trying to roll it, what happens is that right there, right? That's where we get that slip. Okay, so we got to really work on that inside foot getting on that outside edge. So even doing the outside edge drill down the ice, balancing for half a circle and then trying to land on an outside edge when you cross over, right? Or if you're able to, have a partner on the ice and do those crossovers with resistance, really focus on stepping on that outside edge every time, right? Because your biggest thing here on your crossovers, right, is the finish of that push, right? You can see how, right, that toe turns down, okay? So we want to think about not letting our foot slide back with the circle. Remember, drive it out of the circle, and then think about trying to get toe up, right? So we get our foot sideways to the ice, okay? Because that X push is the biggest thing I want you to really focus on these crossovers here, right? But it's the hardest push in hockey, right? Okay, I'm going to let's get it right up here. Yeah, because you can see right, yeah, just wants to go toe down, which again, remember, hey, that's natural, right? That's what your leg wants to do. Getting your leg to push out right here, like where this line is, right? And then keep that foot parallel, right? That's hard to do, right? But that takes a lot of practice, right? But I like how you're trying to make a big X, right? You are trying to get that massive X, so I really do like that, right? All right, yeah, same thing. On this side, you can go to one hand on your stick. So your stick, right, kind of be pointing right in at the middle of the circle. That's going to, right, make it feel a lot more natural, and you're going to be able to start counterbalancing better, okay? Yeah, same thing here, right? See, just have that toe down right at the end. That toe wants to go down, right? So that's your biggest thing on your crossovers. I really want you to focus on, right, stepping on that outside edge. But then, right, if you can do that resistance drill, that's awesome because it really forces you to try and make a big X and try and keep your heel down. And then when you practice these crossovers, go slow. You don't have to go fast, all right? And then, right, try and make that big X, but point that toe up, right? I do like how your shoulders are level right here. So, right, that's a good job, right? Remember, we can still bend our knees, though, a little bit more, okay? All right, now let's watch it come in here on your stop. Yeah, get you back in the screen here. All right, there we go. All right, now, I like how wide you're getting your feet right here, right? That's a good job, right, getting those feet nice and wide. But right here, that's got to be the outside edge because without an outside edge, see how you can't cross over? You just kind of do that open turn, all right? So we really want to make sure, all right, that we get that, right, outside edge so we get that crossover you're going now. Let me see. I'm going to catch you. Let me catch you on this last one here because your stick's out of the way, I think, a little more. All right, man. We'll get you right here. All right, so right here, that's the finish your push, right? So we talked a lot about that 90-degree knee bend, right? So if we look here, right, see how we can get you to bend those knees? Oh, I can, hold on. I might be off a little bit. Let's pull this in there. Pull this down just a little bit. All right, we can definitely get you to bend your knees more, right? So if this is your body angle right here, right? Remember we talked about that? If I can get you to, we can get you to lean forward just a little bit more, right? Sometimes I say angle. It's still a straight line from your leg right up through your back is what you want. But as you angle forward more, that's going to bend that front knee a lot more. Now your push, instead of ending up here, we can start to get it to end up here, right? You can start adding 2 or 3 inches to the length of that stride, right? So, right, not only be faster, more explosive, but you'll be more efficient. So you can see right here, look how your toe is out. I love the finish, right? I love the full extension, okay? We just got you to angle your body forward more so we can get you to bend that front knee more, okay? Right? And I like how you're using those arms, all right? Good job. All right, let's see here on this stop. All right, see, now you have an outside edge. See how now you're able to cross over? It slips on us, right? So we slip a little bit on this outside edge, right? You can see right there, but at least you had that outside edge. So keep working on it. But that crossover start, that comes with those working on those crossovers on the circle too, all right? So, hey, buddy, you did a great job last weekend, right? Keep working on all that stuff, right? You've made a lot of improvements. Really focus on your forward stride. Think about that body angle so we get more knee bend. On your backward C-cuts, really thinking about pulling your feet in. Pull that heel all the way around and in. And then on your crossovers, let's focus on that outside edge and that X push, okay? All right, go slow. You don't have to go fast, all right? But really try and push that X push out, crossing at those thighs. And then when you can get it, start trying to point that toe up. So if you have a partner to do resistance with, all right, that'll really help because it forces you to go slow and really think about that X push. All right, so great job, man. All right, hopefully maybe I get to see you again before the end of the summer. All right, if I don't get to see you before the end of the summer, all right, I hope you have a great season next year. All right, see you soon. Bye.